Deontay, what's up, man? Good to see you.
What's going on? Good.
Good, good. Good to see you over here. What brings you here?
What's your prediction for tonight?
Yeah, we just here to have some fun. You know what I mean?
Good to see you fighting in Saudi soon.
Real soon. Real soon. You know.
How about you and Josh?
I mean, that'll be a great fight. You know, all these different fights coming up will be a great fight. It's just getting the fighters to fight. Yeah. You know, when it come to me, it comes with consequence. You know, with other fighters, you can just fight them and not receive a consequence. But me, fighters look at me because I have the power. They look at not only they're gonna get paid, but they may they may use the money for
Bomb squad!
You doing all right?
4 guys,
Yeah,
good.
Bless.
Deontay, round 4 with Tyson.
Most definitely.
Good respect, that man.
I felt absolutely amazing. Nearly got a stiffy there. Unbelievable.
You showed your respect there, Tyson.
He did.
Surprise. You had to.
Is that the first time you've seen him?
That's the first time I've seen him.
What did you expect, that or different?
Didn't know what to expect.
No media, no media.
Jake Paul, Tommy Fury.
Tommy, just. Oh.
I take a picture first.
Get used to this now, Tommy.
Yalla. Yeah. Which one is that? Your phone? Yeah, it's awesome. Your brothers. Yeah, bro, appreciate it.
Tommy, just to. Cheers, man. I'd hate to say what it feels like to be a celeb, but you're used to that life.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the day, came here to get the win. You know, I'm leaving with the win. That's all I came to do. I thank the Kingdom of Saudi. Thank you, Lord, Amen, for giving me the victory tonight. You know, I landed the cleaner shots. You know, he scored a lot, but he was missing a lot. You know, connected with the nice flurries, and yeah, I'm thankful that the judges scored with the punches landed.
Quick word with your dad. I was speaking to your dad this morning, and he's been fasting all day, so he's not eating for like 12-13 hours. To do that with that amount of stress on his back, you got to rate him for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's lost about 3 stone now, especially not eating and all the stress on it. But listen, we're here. We've got the win. Job done.
What kind of stuff were you hearing, being chatted to in between? Because there was a lot of stuff going on. I think round 2 when Logan Paul was interviewed, he was saying something about you. Did you hear that?
No, I don't hear what he said.
I think we're just saying that Jake's going to knock you out. How proud of yourself?
I'm proud, you know, came here with my team, started from the bottom, you know, doing wheelbarrows with my dad all around the little park and my brother. You know, this was never down for me. You know, me and my dad, he's brought me all the way here. And we're at the top now at the end of the day. Tyson's the greatest heavyweight to ever lived, but tonight it was my little bit of glory, and I'll take this to the day I die. You know, it was the best feeling of my life.
Have you had any words with Jake? Have you guys spoken to each other?
Yeah, no, listen, all respect to Jake, he's a tough kid. At the end of the day, you know, when we have that rematch, I'm sure it'll come. You know, you see a lot better fight.
What did you guys say to each other?
Just that, you know, there's a lot of respect there, you know, because at the end of the day, he didn't have to take this fight. He could have continued fighting anyone he wanted, but he wanted to test himself against a professional boxer, and I can respect that.
Last question, how on earth do you go back to being co-main event or fighting on undercards in your call or whatever?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll think about that on Monday morning.
Tommy, enjoy your rest, man. Well done.
Jake Paul, the problem child. Jake, let's jump right into it. Thoughts on the fight?
Good fight, good war. You know, tough kid. I didn't have my best performance. All fair play to Tommy. He won fair and square, and that's boxing, man. You got to take it on the chin, but it was good. Some good moments in there. I just really couldn't get my game plan working. But hey, man, this is what the sport's all about. You win some, in glorious fashion, and you lose some. And like I said out there, judging about my losses, because I'll be back.
Good for you. Was there any point in the fight that surprised you? Was he stronger than you thought, faster than you thought, more durable than you thought?
No, man. I think he was just really well prepared, and I think it was more so a reflection of my own performance versus him being, super outstanding. I couldn't get my momentum going like I wanted to, and I just felt kind of flat.
Yeah, you felt flat out
Yeah.
there. How about talking about his strength? That was a big, factor that a lot of people thought about. Of course, they saw his build and how he looked. Was he stronger than you anticipated?
No. I think he was exactly the fighter that I expected him to be. I think his combinations were the thing that were a bit more impressive. But more so, again, like, it was a reflection of my own performance and me just not fighting the way I know I can.
Before we take questions from the media, can I ask what the game plan was going into the fight?
Yeah, look, it's just pressure, come forward, stick it on him, keep the combinations going, fake coming in, work to the body, throw my 1-2s, don't stop jabbing. Sharp on the defense. We knew his jab was going to be long and fast, taking away the jab, getting him, coming in with the check hook, which started to work.
You landed that right hand a couple of times. Were you surprised that it didn't phase him or didn't hurt him as much as you thought it might?
I didn't really land it flush. Man, and I think that was, a part of the reason it was tough for me to get my best shots going. Just me setting them up. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't have that energy. So I guess that happens. That happens. I felt like this in the first Tyron Woodley fight when we went all 8 rounds. I just felt kind of flat. But that obviously that fight I just was able to pull it off. But it happens in the sport sometimes in these big moments, I guess.
Let me pivot a little bit and just ask you about your experience here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia fighting in Doha. How was the experience all around?
Man, it's been great. It's been wonderful. Everyone here is so nice. Just had an amazing fight week. Everyone's super welcoming. So I love it here, man. And they even brought me food waiting in the locker room. I've been waiting to eat some food. So yeah, the people here are amazing, and it's been good, man. Maybe we do the rematch right back here.
No, he's here somewhere. There he is.
You got me glasses?
Tyson Fury, how proud are you of your brother? As I just spoke to your dad was fasting today, and to fast in that sort of state, it's not easy.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. A lot of pressure. The world media, the world's biggest stars came to see it. It was fantastic.
Were you surprised how the fight went, or did you expect it to be that kind of fight?
I expected Tommy to knock him out, to be honest, quite comfortably, but Jake was better than I thought he'd be. So fair play to Jake Paul.
Tommy's welcome back. For the fact they didn't get the knockout, you're still happy with him though, yeah?
Yeah, very happy. You can't get knockouts all the time. I've had 33-0 and I haven't knocked them all out. I've knocked out 22, so you don't get the knockout every time, but it's a learning experience.
Do you think you learned more in that fight than any of your other fights he's had before?
Yeah, for sure, because Jake Paul was a very worthy opponent and he had to come through some obstacles like getting caught, falling over in round whatever it was 8, and getting up and fighting on, so it was a good performance by Tommy.
The fact that he's just headlined pay-per-view at 23 years old, you've obviously done that. You can never go back down. Do you think he'll be able to go back to co-main event undercards?
He'll be headlining now forever. I'd like to see him have a rematch with Jake Paul or fight Logan, his brother.
I like that. And just quickly tell me, did you expect that kind of reaction from Deontay Wilder when he saw him earlier?
No, he's obviously guilty. He's come over and hugged me after all the accusing he did of me, so it was what it was. Let bygones be bygones. No harm done.
I spoke to him post-fight. He had Jake Paul winning, and he feels the judges and the referee got it wrong.
I don't care what he thinks. He's a tosser, isn't he? Clearly.
Tyson Fury, legend, appreciate it.
Thank you, mate. All the best.
Boxing King Media, Roman Fury, just tell me, what is your reaction? Your brothers just made the family proud.
100%. The pressure of the world was on his shoulders tonight. It was a good fight. He had to dig in, and yeah, he did. He delivered, especially in that. What was it, the last round when he got knocked down? You know, anyone who's never been in that position before could have failed away and lost his mind, but he regrouped and he finished the round very well. So I'm so proud of him. You know.
Do you think he learned more from that fight than any of the fights he's had before?
Sorry?
Do you think he learned more in that fight than any of the fights?
100%. That was his toughest fight to date. He would have learned a lot, you know. He's been knocked down for the first time, and just an occasion with all that pressure, and he proved that he can put it on him and he can handle it, and he can still, you know, go out and win the fight.
Well, how did you score that last knockdown? Did you think it was a knockdown or not?
Yeah, it was a knockdown, wasn't it? I think it was a flash knockdown with a jab, not really a hurtful one, but caught him by surprise. But he got up and regained control, didn't he?
Did you manage to bump into Logan Paul or not?
No, I didn't. No, definitely not. Listen, when I do, we'll try and get that fight on 100%. That's what I want.
What do you think of the whole event as a whole?
Yeah, it's a fantastic event. Everyone's been treated perfectly. And yeah, it's brought in a massive crowd, and it just proves that Saudis can put on the best shows, you know. So I think a lot more boxing in the future.
Congratulations to you and your family, Roman. Your turn on the 11th of March now.
100%. I can't wait now. Thank you.
See you. Boxing King Media, a proud brother, Shane Fury. Shane, we've just seen your dad do probably one of the best post-fight celebrations. Can you top that?
No, definitely not. I don't think anyone can top that. Listen, but we're all happy. My dad, a picture how proud my dad is. You know, he got one of the greatest fighters ever been in Tyson, and then lightning struck twice. Tommy as well. You know, that fight today was as big as any world title fight I've ever been to. You know, so listen, done well. Tommy's a ranked novice with 8 fights, and he had 10 amateur fights in about 6 weeks. Ranked novice. When he gets his feet underneath him, he'll be better again, and he can only get better.
And like I said to your dad, how does he top that? He's just headline at 23 years old, pay-per-view in Saudi. How on earth does he go back to like your call or just a small arena in the UK?
Listen, there ain't no normal boxing for Tommy no more. You know, let's get the rematch with Jake. Let's do the KSI fight, and when they're done and he's clean cut them, then he can make the decision if he wants to play around with boxing for 10 or 15 grand. Realistically, it's up to him.
Deontay Wilder feels Jake Paul got robbed. I spoke to him post-fight. What do you make of that?
Deontay Wilder's a prick. You know, Deontay Wilder's talked about my brother for 2 years. When he seen him face to face, he come over and cuddled him like a bitch. That was the facts of the matter. He would say that because he's a prick.
Shane Fury, I'll let you go celebrate, man. Thank you for your time.
Come on.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxraw. Deji in Saudi Arabia. Nobody was expecting here. You rocked up last night.
Yep. I move in silence. You never know where I am. Even in the ring.
But ask you came here as a fan. Was he supporting anyone in particular?
I wanted Tommy to win. It was a bit of a controversial fight, result, but still, Tommy got the W, and I'm happy for him.
Were you scoring it? How did you score it in your head?
I was scoring it. I was talking to Devin Haney as well. We were both scoring it together. But in my opinion, it should have been a draw. But both of them, they won't be happy with the result. So the rematch will be the real settler.
Do you think both of them get a lot of respect tonight because they've never done them type of rounds before, with all that pressure, etc.?
Yeah, 100%. They both get respect. 100%. Like you can't look at that fight and be like, these guys. Well, you know what I mean. You know how the internet works.
And in the rematch, do you think Jake could correct it and improve and maybe overturn the result?
If Tommy fights the same way, then I feel like Jake will get the W. But I feel like Tommy's also going to correct it. There's a lot of things that he wasn't doing right, like the uppercut. It was working, but he just didn't do it enough. His hands were so low. He was getting pinged every single time. I saw his head snap back like too many times. So I feel like he will correct all of this. And if Tommy corrects it, I believe Tommy will knock him out. Yeah.
Interesting. Last question for you about the whole event. Is it your first time in Saudi? If it is, what did you think of the whole production? Just everything as a whole show?
First time in Saudi, yes. Production, amazing. I want to fight him in that ring.
There you go, exclusive. Deji wants to fight in Saudi. Deji, appreciate time, brother.
What kind of?
I'll put the cover.
I'll send it. I'll take it from her.
No. It's
Amazing. Top man. 100%, brother. Hey, thank you for coming tonight. Appreciate it. Top man. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Listen, I'll see you back in the UK. 100%. Thank you. Yeah. Bye. It's getting dressed.
Just get your reaction to that fight. All the Americans are saying Jake should have won. What are you guys saying?
Oh, that's what I thought. Honestly, when I was watching, I thought it was 76-75. Jake, I thought Jake won. Honestly, I was like his reaction. John Fury was right there. Yeah, he was right there. Jake almost got a body. He dropped in the 8th round.
I said draw. I was saying draw. He was saying Jake. And I didn't expect it to be Tommy.
8-10 round. You know, and the 8-10 round that Tommy won, I felt like Jake was winning that round, so it should be a 9-9. I gotta go with 1-2 though. It was a good fight.
Do you think Jake gets a bit of respect for doing what he did against a professional boxer?
Definitely. He gets a lot of respect. Tommy Fury's been boxing since like 15 years old. Jake just started boxing like 3 years ago. Look at the level he's been taking it to. Like, look at this event. Like, look how crazy it is, man. So, like, it was a good fight. She was like a 50 fight the whole time, but yo, man, much better. I'm down for the rematch. I gotta be on that card, man.
Adam's called out Amir Khan. And Slim, do you want Tommy or do you still want Tommy or Jake?
Huh?
You still want Tommy or Jake?
I think they're gonna rematch each other, man. But yo, I gotta fight someone notable on that card, son.
Your boy Adam wants Amir Khan. What happens?
Amir Khan? Adam will clip him, man.
Yeah, he's called Amir Khan out.
Adam too quick, too slick, and he hit like a brick. I'm telling you.
He was a bit distracted there.
Yeah, come on, Amir Khan, let's do it, man. I see you tweeted about exhibition.
Good man. Slim. Guys have a good trip. In fact, I bumped into Tommy's manager. He didn't seem too happy with you. What kind of interaction did you guys have?
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I interviewed him today and he was like saying that Slim guy, this and that.
No way.
You need to watch the interview. He wasn't happy.
I was with him. I was just trolling him in the wall the whole time. But it seemed like he liked me. Like kind of like I was annoying him basically.
You need to watch the interview.
Really?
Yeah. Slim, appreciate your time. I was just saying, like Adam, well done on your win. And grab in the bag. Grab in the bag.
Grab in the bag? Oh, what's that? Come on, baby. Yeah, it's a robbery right now.
Bag. That's it. Adam, Saddam.
My God.
Peace, best friends.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.